Welcome to Mystic Moon's live personal readings. Today, we're going to find out how to protect the lovable you from the couple breaker. Now, deep down, we're all lovable. We want to be loved peacefully, sweetly, gently. We want to be appreciated. Well, this reading is all about to address people who want to be loved. And they want to protect their lovable side. They don't want to get harsh. They don't want to go through trips. They just want to be sweetly in love. They don't want to have to worry about breakups, exes, pluses. They want to be one-to-one and be secure. They want their loved one to be so happy they've met them and commit to them. That's the lovable one. But you know what a couple breaker is? A couple breaker is, there's several types of couple breakers. There's the type that sees you happy, you and yours happy, and they just get all antsy. They go what? How come you can be happy and I'm not happy? Well, a couple breaker is somebody who sets out to destroy your happiness. And that's what we're going to explore. Do you have a relationship that fits those taglines, fits those cue words? Yes, you want to protect yourself from the couple breaker. And the couple breaker has one thought: break up, you and yours. We've all seen that type. We make movies about that type. And how can you protect yourself? There's one way to protect yourself, the lovable side. There's no reason to get callous. There's no reason to get below the belt nasty. But you have to protect yourself because there are many women out there through some pleasure, unbeknownst only to themselves, they get off, really get off on breaking up couples. I can get that man. I can get that woman. That's what they say. That's what they say. And can they? And then you start feeling paranoid that somebody, once you find out that somebody wants to break you and yours up, you start getting paranoid. You start getting into all these kind of personas. Your voice changes, your breath changes, and even your mind changes because you're threatened. And that's when you become unlovable. That's kind of like you become a harpy. You become a nag. You become like a stalker. You become a police paranoia, police squad. I'm going to look through his phone. I'm going to look through her phone. All these types of stuff. All these types of stuff. So, how to protect yourself? A lovable self is the way you really are, deep inside. Forget all the society steps of this and this and that. We're talking about all of us have a nice, most of us have a nice inner core, and that's the lovable self, on which you share freely with the person you love. And then a couple breaker comes along. Couple breaker. Well, they are there. Women see a good looking man and they go after them. Women see a good looking man, they don't care. They don't care. There's a type. They're going to get that man. They have no intention of like keeping that man. They just want to like break the two of you up. Same thing. It happens. It happens a lot. What do you do? Would anybody like a reading? How to keep their lovable side and protect you from a couple breaker. Sometimes couples break up and then you see, oh, now this man is free. He's free. But maybe the man really isn't free. But you find yourself in that role, a strange role. He is wounded. He's no longer giving, he can no longer really give the lovable side to him because you didn't wait long enough for the prior relationship to exercise itself. Good morning, Yellow Rose. Hi, Wendy. Hi, 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 hi. How are you? How are you doing? How is my lovable people? How is... Would anybody like a reading about keeping their lovable side together in the midst of a couple breaker? Couple breakers can look like anything. They don't exactly value. They don't value things. They don't value... Well, they don't value time, investment, things like that. You know, things that this person is taken by the other person. I should just respect it. No. These are people that are greedy. There's lots of greedy people. But society rewards greedy people. It does. So you're trying to date. Now, Yellow Rose, can you... Well, as usual for a personal reading, Yellow Rose, I need a donation. So if you could donate on Cash App, we can get started. Well, you just follow the coffee, buy me a coffee instructions in the description box, and you should get it. It's easy. Try it again, Yellow Rose. I'll wait. It's okay. Just take your time. I'm here. And then we can get started. Take your time as long as take as much time as you need. Then we can find out why. And we'll find out why. Huh. Just take as long as you need, Yellow Rose. I'm here for a while. But as soon as I get your donation, then we could start. Yes, I mean, you can understand. I think that the whole thing about love, relationships, is keeping yourself in a certain state of lightness, not in terms like of if anything goes, but I mean that you feel light, you feel the sunshine, you feel the breath of air. You just feel happy that you know each other. Not that you become possessive of one another. Okay. You don't become possessive. I mean, if someone that you like and you want to date doesn't feel that right away, like you shouldn't get discouraged because how many sunshine days, let's say in a given month, that you would need? I mean, you need some rainy days, and rainy days are pauses, which makes sunshine even better. You have to think of it that way. So, I mean, if you have an intended person and being lovable, you go like, hi, how are you, and stuff like that, and you just feeling lightness, light. You feel light, not heavy downpour of rain, but light. And you also feel the sunlight, and you share your sunlight. And then, if he's not or he or she's not reacting right away, give them a little time, a little space when they realize that, like, hey, you're really happy to see them, and then you find out more and more and more, and you say, gee, and if he or she finally goes, gee, we really click, and then that's how a relationship starts and should start. Somebody comes along and they've been watching the two, and then they start to get a little jealous. You know this situation, and they say, "You two look good together," but something came through. Hold on, hold on. Let me check. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. For the love, thank you for the love. I appreciate this, Yellow Rose. Thank you very, very much. Okay, Leo Virgo cusp. And he is Virgo Nelson. Okay, that's good. Now the question is, hmm, okay, you're friends. Let me ask you. Says he has no time to date. Is he working? Is he working day and night? Is he working? Let's see now. All right. He has no time to date. Virgo, two Virgos. Cusp. All right. So there's always things happening. Always things happening. But he has a day off, doesn't he? Or does he spend it with his mother and his family? No time to date. Being a super is pretty busy. Ah. Now let me ask you something, Yellow Rose. How about this? The mom, the ex-wife, or the mother of these children. What's his relationship with them that you know of? That you can surmise. What's the relationship? Okay, but you said now. I want to know. Okay, I got that. But what about the mother of the children? What is he close with her? Do they raise the? I mean, is he respectful? Do they have a good friendship, or what is the deal? Briefly, briefly, from what you can see or you know of. All right. Now, one more question. Does the mother of the children have a boyfriend? Has she moved on? Has she moved on? The mother of the children. Okay. Okay. So he's been like separated for a while, and that's good. Okay. So they have an established routine. So she's not trying to get him back, or he doesn't have to deal with her in that manner. Okay. That's good. All right. And he's busy all the time because he has to make he has to make enough money for two people. He probably gives her some money as well. All right. Now, okay, got it. Got it. I understand that. So, now, if he doesn't have time to date, we have to think of ways. Now, we have to think of ways that informally, like you're friends and you respect each other. So the key element of being a friend. You respect each other. Now, you want to carry this on to something more. And he's being cautious because, yes. Yeah, right, right, right. Okay, so he finds you attractive. In other words, he has found you attractive, but he doesn't want to take on the responsibility. And you want the whole 9 yards, which is understandable. So he's still carrying a few wounds, it sounds like to me. I mean, he's trying to get away easy, which is teasing you. He's probably teasing you to see, he's trying to see what your limit is or he's just trying to see who you are. When he's saying this, he's trying to see who you are. Friends with benefits is bullshit. We both know that. That's bullshit. Now, you need a man, and you deserve a man, not like a paper doll, cardboard. All right, so let's see now. Question is, now, let me look again. In 1 second. He has a daughter. I got that. Now, you want to date him. All right. What should you do? First of all, let's see how he feels about you. Well, same thing, same thing. You're looking for a relationship. Now, tell me the question again. Put it more concisely. You want to know what exactly? I got the goodies. I got the background. I could see it. Now, tell me exactly what you want to know about this man and you. Put it in a sentence again. Put it in another question. All right. All right. You don't have that much time, but let's see. Okay, yeah, Monday, Wednesday off free. Okay, I see. So you're available. So now, in the timing. So you have the time. And did you put, there's a message that came from you that's for review. Is it from you, Yellow Rose? I don't know if I should look at that. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let's see. That's a good question. Excellent. 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 One thing about, okay, so first of all, he has two kids. And one thing about 15-year-old, he's showing his son how a man acts. The children are looking to him for an example. Now, let's see. And he has an 11-year-old. And both, like, he's conscious. He's showing them how to treat others. Exactly. Let's see. Let's see. I understand perfectly. You have no time to waste. No one does. We want to be appreciated, and we want to keep our good disposition. Is he a man to? Okay, we got this one. This one speaks. Let's see. This one speaks. Let's see which one speaks to me. This one. All right. Let's start with this. All right. I'm gonna see. No, you can't waste your time. You got to know if he's boyfriend material or what. All right. We have the Two of Pentacles. I think that's like the question. Is this good for a relationship? Two of Pentacles. So far, man, woman, that's like the start. There's an attraction there, Two of Pentacles. Earthbound energy. You could. Ah. And then we have the Fool. It sounds like he's just pulling your leg yet still. He's still playing games. Like the Fool. Well, the Fool is like adaptability. He could play what role is needed of him. Like if he could be a friend with benefits, he'll be a friend with benefits. If he could be a relationship material, he'll be a relationship material. But so he's willing to like play whatever role that you say or you agree upon, the two of you. And then we have here, we have the five. We have the Five of Swords. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. We're gonna have to look at this one. Five of Swords. I don't know. He has some past trauma. He has some indecisions about his own faithfulness, his own ability to love. He has his own. We're gonna have to go change the deck on this one. I'm gonna change the deck. And then we have here the King of Cups. He has something that's holding him back. Because the King of Cups, he can extend himself. He can be very loving. He can be very loving. We have here the King of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. So you do have something going for you. And you have the Fool that he's willing to adapt, but he has this Five of Swords. Let's check out this Five of Swords. Let's check out this Five of Swords. We're going to change the deck to this one. Because this is something we have to dig into. The Five of Swords. Five of Swords. He has some kind of past memory, something he did that he is like holding him back. Everybody has time to date. Everyone has time to date if they truly, truly, truly are ready for a relationship. And he's hesitant. Maybe he got burned too bad and he gave up. Maybe he's weak in sense of trust. Let's get it out. Let's see. Let's pull 3 cards from this deck and see what this is. Okay. Let me see. We'll take this one. One more card. Let's see what this Five of Swords energy is. All right. There's This energy is, we have the five of, look, we have, I don't want to burn myself. This five of swords is the same thing as this five of swords. This is a heavy, deep thing that happened to him. Look at this, the same card from the two different decks, right? The five of swords. He is always ready to protect himself. He's not, he holds himself back because he's scared. You can see. We have the Six of Pentacles. So in terms of giving and take, he is afraid to give, he got burned, or it's not his nature. Or it's not his nature because he is afraid of losing control. He's afraid to, and here we have the Queen of Pentacles. So basically this Five of Swords is about giving himself to a woman. The equal balance. He feels that the love, it seems like the love field is a battlefield to him. He has a problem giving himself, Yellow Rose, Abby. He has a problem of giving himself. He could give his penis because he's been trained to like disconnect that way. He's disconnected. I would be cautious with this man because he could, I would say the Fool and this Five of Swords, and then this King of Swords. He has a line for every scenario. He's thought about it. In fact, when he's doing his super work, he probably mumbles to himself about, and he wants to be with someone, but he has a problem giving himself to. He has a problem being lovable. Damn. That kind of man, he's like paranoid. He's paranoid. He's paranoid about giving himself. That's not lovable. That's what I mean. He's like, he's like he has to be in control. I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know. I think that this guy has too many. He's been gut punched too many times, and maybe this guy isn't lovable. I'll put it that way. I mean, I think that you should be able to, when you find somebody, you want a relationship, you should be able to like put your past, your luggage behind you. He could be scary. I mean, especially since we have this King of Swords, a King of Cups. I mean, he wants to be the controller. This does not seem like 50-50, equalitarian. And he has this thing about women. He doesn't trust women. He doesn't trust the receptive part of love. And yes, intimacy requires, don't lose your sensitivity. And I think with a man like that, you could be like you could lose your lovableness. Well, yeah, of course. The thing is, I'm just saying, no, he just doesn't want to give himself. He doesn't want to give up himself. Like he'll take care of his responsibility, like he's taking care of these two kids, but he doesn't trust women. He's got a problem with women. Being in love is a power trip for him. That kind of man is exhausting. Exhausting. I mean, I would stay friends. And if he could like come up to you and be real, but remember, he is through pain, he's a player. He's a player. We got the Fool. We got the King of Cups. I mean, the King of Cups. And control, and control, and control. Not the giving, but like if he feels like it. And then there's Five of Cups from two different decks. Two different decks. We got the Five of Cups. And you can look in this deck here and you can see how, that's kind of like a vicious stance to make for like love relationship. It's vicious. It's vicious. Look, see? Always ready to like, I'm coming on top. And he has a problem with, the problem is with his giving and sharing. He could do that as a grown up to children, but to a woman, to his equal, this man's been burned. This man's been burned. And until he can realize that love is being lovable, you gotta be lovable to have love. You can't be some kind of Scrooge control monster person and expect to be loved. No. Mm-mm. He is no. And then I could just see too many scenarios. You see, the couple breaker is in there. This is not a couple guy. This is a guy who satisfies himself when he has to. You know what I mean? And you're not that kind of person. You want a relationship. So, I mean, no, he should understand he's not sensitive enough for you. Always stay friends. Stay friends. And if he has some kind of epiphany, awakening to like what it means to be a man, I mean a man, not just body parts, then we can talk from there. Right now, no, stay clear. This man will has too much growth. This man, he's not complete. He's taking care of things, but he's not complete. He's selfish. Selfish. And that will not make you lovable. Being selfish does not bring love. Lovable is sharing and giving and taking all within a mutual supportive relationship. Not somebody who's like, nah, stay away. Stay away. Okay? Stay away. Stay away. This man is not lovable. He's bitter. He's a little bitter. If you get too close to him, you get singed or drowning, one or the other. You don't need to you should be at this day and age with everything happening in this world. There's no need for confusion. You come straight up and say it. Like I'm like emotionally retarded or stumped, whatever the word. He should be able to say that I'm not in a position, not going around like making people wait and stuff like that. No, he should be able to come straight up. Now that would be a man that you can say, okay, I want to work on my growth. Something. I mean, come on. We're talking about love. We're talking about sharing, giving. And he can't even share that. That's kind of like, I'm busy, I'm working. Please. All right, Yellow Rose. That's what I see. I see you should, as you agree, stay friends. Because hey, he fixes things. But he has to fix himself before anything else should transpire. And it's nice to have a little flirty relationship, but keep it, as you said, keep it in perspective because this man is non complete when it comes to a relationship. Yes, he would like to. He would like to. It's like saying, I'd like to become a billionaire. However, how are you going to become a billionaire? You're going to rob the bank or you're going to work for it? It's like that. It's like that. I like to be in love, but love is the same thing. You have to work at love. You just can't have it fall in your lap and just have it like once a week or once a month. No, it's not that way. It's not that way. That's something else. That's something else. And we want no part of that. You deserve the best. And this man at this time cannot give you the best. So you're aware of that. And that's the important thing. Exactly. You want emotional. I mean, the sex itself is like, come on. We all know what the sex is like. And then without emotion, without that, that firm feeling, and it's nothing. It's something, but it's like, God, it's not enough. And if that's the level that he's operating on you, he's unwilling to give himself. So if he can give, body parts, please. You can go look at some, video for that. Yeah. Okay. Stay just friends, but like, no, I don't like, he's cold, cold, cold. He is not lovable. Not lovable. Thank you again for your love and your donation. Appreciate it. And come back and say hi, and let's see how. Yes, open to get somebody else. Get somebody who isn't so crusty. Crusty. That is a crusty man. That's the whole thing about baggage and luggage. Nobody needs crusty. I mean, the world is full of enough crusty elements as it is. At least have your private life warm and cozy. Yes, you must be, there must be the total emotional involvement, not just partial, part time. You don't need it. You don't need it. Yes. Get that man, get that man, get that man. No, seriously, women that are looking for relationship have to really be firm. It doesn't matter. You know what I was thinking about that age difference? Like you're 48 and he's okay, and he's the 20-year difference. I mean, you could think about it's like, if you have the right, like they always say that a younger man goes for an older woman for sex. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because I mean, you got to get if you want outside the box, which of course, like a lot of women and men are outside the box because the box is too confining. I mean, 28 is not a baby, but you have to keep in mind this, Yellow Rose. We're in a situation. We're going into wartime. Wartime. You got it? There's like war zones in 7 or 8 or 10 countries already, and there's about 15 countries that the civilians are all having civil war. This is unrestful times. We don't have time for like all this, gameplay. However, what I'm trying to say is be drafted. Could be drafted. So instead of thinking about the 20-year, the difference, think about the fact that he could be drafted. And where are you going to be alone again while he's in the army? You got to think this way. You don't know how things are going, and we have like too many kinetic forces. I mean, we have an economy that sucks. We have prices that are going through the roof. Blah 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 blah. You know it. I'm just trying to say that you should, you know, see what's out there. Don't think about like I'm against like 22-year-olds and 25, but like close to 30, 28. That's also keep yourself. I mean, hey, it doesn't have to be somebody like 20 years older than you. It doesn't. You don't have to have an older man because we do know that age does not make wisdom. No. But keep on meeting. You can meet him. It certainly be a pleasant exchange after the person we just discussed. But of course, just keep on hunting, keep on hunting. But this other guy, nah. Find who's receptive, but don't let somebody use you. That's the whole thing, and I don't think you're going to let anybody use you because that happens. Like, it happens at any age. And you can generally tell after, a few encounters, a few meetings, and conversation. True, you could think that way. You could think that way. However, if you wanted to have it, you don't want to have, if you don't want to have children, if you would want to have children, well, they have so many things happening at so many different ages. I mean, I'm really like my mother always told me, get a man your own age. Don't go for the old guys. And I heard those words daily. And you just think about the kind of life that you want. What do you want? What do you want to make you happy? First of all, you got to think about your instead of somebody else's. Think about what you want, and then tell the person, "This is my needs. This is my needs. I'm looking for this." And if you two meet, 50-50, at least in that range of needs and wants, then you can work on something. It's like, but when somebody's a polar, when it's 70-30, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. I understand. I understand. I understand. That's good too. Just find somebody in shape and who's like got his head on straight and is ready for a relationship. Ready for a relationship. But that's good. Yeah, somebody that age, it's fine. It's fine. But it made you feel good. I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, most important thing though is to find out, just who you're going to emotionally click with, and that's the important thing. Who are you going to emotionally be with? Is going to care for you, and he's good looking, and he keeps himself, in shape. He's not a pig, obviously. You know what I mean? He's like active. He's considerate. There's some. I mean, the points that are necessary for you, and he is smart. You don't want anyone who's like doesn't have a brain, who can't use his brains, and he's giving and generous. Thank you, Yellow Rose. I'll be watching and waiting for you. Let me know exactly what happens. Love it. Have a good night. Bye. Hi, how are you? Hey, hi, Bendalaho. Happy Friday. Sup with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? How's everything? I'm up. I'm up. Doing some stuff. Feeling the groove. Bendaho. What an interesting name that is. So, sup. Anyway, so what's going down? What's going up? What's going around and round with you? Friday the 13th. Ooh, Freaky Friday's here. Freaky Friday. I mean, there aren't that many Friday the 13th, is there? Can't remember the last one. Cannot remember the last one. Yes. If anybody would like a reading just on this spooky or uncanny or day of luck, depending on where the shade shadow falls on you, Friday the 13th, early in the morning, darkness is still everywhere. At least in the world, it's still dark. However, it's Friday the 13th. Ah, uh-huh. Lotto. Lotto reading. Um, maybe. Well, you can do that. You can do that. Today is the drawing. Oh, guess what? I was like figuring out that there's like so many levels of like psychic adventures, avenues to take. There's so many. I mean, there's telekinesis, there's clairvoyancy, there's teleporting, of course, intuition, there's psychometry, there's pyrokinesis. There's so many things. I mean, they keep on telling us, you can't do this, you can't do that. But wait a minute, there's 9 different things that are extra sensory developments that we can make ourselves. And having some lot of money would definitely help. Well, do you want to pay? Do you want to give me a donation and pay for a personal one? Like, hit me in a good spot. Huh? Did you get off work just now? You work late, don't you? Oh, wait a minute. I left something running. Let me go turn it off. Well, you should pay me. I'm part of the holiday spirit. Of course, Friday the 13th could go anyway. I'll think about that. I'll think about that. If you want to like pick my brain, pick my psychic energy, money always helps getting into it. Of course, I also think I would use those numbers too. I do a lot of free readings. I do a lot. I do them by signs. I do them by love interest. I do lots of readings. Okay.